I've been going to every single major tournament for Street Fighter 5. And yeah.
And this is your second one under the Echo Fox team, right?
This is my second one under the Echo Fox name. Yeah, exactly. I started off at Northwest Majors, and now I'm also going to be Echo Fox here, and many, many more tournaments to come. I'm going to be Echo Fox Julio.
It's exciting, right? It's exciting for people who follow the scene because, we see more investors, more bigger teams, Rick Fox, all this stuff. And, you're caught right in the middle of that. How's it feel?
It feels very surreal. Not going to lie, like I drive, I'm like, damn, I'm feeling Hollywood, but I know I'm not Hollywood, but like I feel it, it feels good. It feels good. The star power. But, I love it. My friends are very happy for me. Everyone's happy for me. And like, I'm just going to milk the crap out of this opportunity, And I'm going to go everywhere, get all the experience, soak it all up like a sponge. It's going to be good, man. Nothing but good.
I had the opportunity to talk to you at Texas Showdown, and if I'm not mistaken, you had just gotten that text message saying, DM me from Jace Hall. Yeah. Walk us through what happened after that.
Okay, look, I looked at that message, and I was like, who's Jace, right? And quickly, in like 2 minutes, I found out, like, okay, this is some good stuff, right? And I talked to him. And the funny thing is, like, while we were talking, I was just like, yo, bro, can we talk later? Because I need to focus on top 32 right now. And he was like, okay, we'll talk later. So I ended up winning Texas Showdown. And then I'm like, hey, you still interested? And like, can we negotiate still? So it worked out. It was good. I was really excited when it happened. And someone like dropped my name or something. They found me. And it was cool, man. Now I'm Fox Julio. Like, people know me. It's tight.
See, that's the thing. I heard when you were talking about Capcom Pro Talk that that tweet goes out, right? We're starting an FGC, and enough people put your name in that they reached out to you. Tell me about that. Where did that come from?
You know what? I think it's the fact that Ken brings a lot of flair, right? So when I play, like for example, when I was on the East Coast, these guys, if I would do a combo, any custom-looking combo, they would just go insane. Like the crowd goes insane. Like, oh, it looks so fire. The fuego, the fire is so cool. So I think the combo flair from the game itself got me some attention. I mean, my performance as well, my results. But yeah, Ken is fire, man. He's really attractive.
Of course, the Trinity, right? You got to talk about the Trinity. You're the only one that got signed, and people were speculating that had Brent won Northwest Major, maybe the Trinity would get picked up.
If Brent had won, and then that would have been the Trinitying the CPT, the Capcom Pro Tour. That would have been sick. But it'll happen someday. In regards to the sponsorship stuff, good stuff is going to be coming for them soon too.
Can you elaborate on that?
Can't say anything, but it's really good. It's really good stuff coming up for these guys. So I'm sure they're going to get sponsored very soon. And Trinity is going to still be Trinity. We're probably going to do more stuff together, but people love Trinity, man. And it's funny, we're on Trinity Street. And like, I'm like, that is a sign right there. Like, we all came because Chris came here last minute too. And so it's like, okay, we weren't expecting to be Trinity, but now the Trinity was here and we're on Trinity Street.
Literally a sign.
Literally a sign, yeah. So let's pray that all the Kens do good today,
Speaking of the Ken, some people say you guys are that's some YOLO stuff right there. High risk, high reward, and it's paying off, but it might not pay off later in the CPT. How do you feel about that?
You know what? Ken, yes, he has unsafe stuff. But he's a very instinctual feeling character, It's like Bruce Lee said, too much control, you become too mechanical, You can't do that. You got to be, but you can't be too instinctual because then you're an animal, right? You got to be a little bit of both. That's Ken. So sometimes he looks like an animal. I play like an animal, but sometimes I play very controlled. It's a little bit of both, Depends on the player too, because if I know I can shake a guy up playing a little crazy, I will keep doing it because it works. It gets in their head, So you got to be a little fearless playing Ken, a little bit.
We were talking before the interview, and you said you're almost 24, but you still don't consider yourself that special young.
Special young. Yeah, I always joke around about that. I'm like, yeah, people say like, oh, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 23, but I'm turning 24. I'm not special young anymore. I always say that because it's not special young. I feel like 20, you're still special. So 21, you're less special, and 22, you're no longer that special. But people consider me a young person, so it's nice, I appreciate it. But I'm turning 24 soon. Definitely not feeling special. It's just 1 year closer to death, So it's good. It's whatever. But I feel young. I feel young on the inside. That's what matters.
They say every day you die a little more.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you die a little more, and traveling and having trouble sleeping. I'm trying to work on that, sleeping more at majors, But I'm trying to extend my life so I can do this esports stuff as long as possible. I got to be healthy and all that. So
I mean, speaking of doing it as long as possible, you have been doing it for a while. You were telling me also that had you not started with Yoon, you might have better fundamentals earlier.
So here's the thing, right? Yoon is a very explosive character, but he attacks from the air. Traditional Street Fighter, there's nothing like that. So when I was 16, learning Yoon at the arcade for Third Strike, the older guys couldn't really relate to me because they're like, well, you don't even play a ground-based character. We can't even teach you like footsies because Yoon, he bypasses footsies. So you learn. Now I don't regret playing Yoon because he taught me offense. Now that's the one benefit. I made up for the footsies later on in my Street Fighter career, but he taught me offense, and I feel when Street Fighter V dropped, that translated super perfectly into Ken. And I feel like that's why I've been very successful with Ken, is because Yoon taught me the offense. That's my archetype, offensive play, rush down, you know?
Obviously, you guys are getting a lot of press, and a lot of people are saying, hey, I'm going to pick up Ken. One tip for aspiring Ken players.
Okay, look, don't be scared. I know people will tell you, that's minus, that's unsafe. Don't listen to those people. Keep playing Ken. If they don't punish it, you keep doing it, you know? So just be comfortable that all the things you do are unsafe. Have your hit confirms up to date. You gotta react to everything, and you have to play very instinctually and in control, and you will do great with Ken. Legit advice. All right, that's it.
Keep doing it.
Keep playing Ken.
I'm going to take it back to being sponsored. How has your family responded to that?
I haven't told my mom and dad yet, but I have been showing them like the esports stuff. I send my mom the links via text, like Red Bull, Yahoo, esports, ESPN. So she knows, and she messages me back like, "Mijito, like, what is all this?" I'm like, "Mom, it's just video games, I guess." You know, I don't think she'll understand, but I'll tell her. Maybe if I get a bigger accomplishment, I'll be like, "Okay, now do you understand like the scope of how big this stuff really is?" Because some people don't see the size of how big esports is. We do, of course, but to the average person, especially like immigrant parents, right? They don't know. They don't know, but I'll tell them soon.
Tomorrow's Mother's Day. Say something nice about your mom.
Mama, I love you very much. I'm sorry that I'm not there because I totally forgot Mother's Day was coming up. But te quiero mucho, Mama, and I'm going to get her something for sure. Maybe something from DreamHack. I'll get her like an esports toy or whatever so she can get into it. Maybe I should buy her a jersey. I don't know. But love you, Mom, for sure.